Hey everyone, it's Mara Allard from Wind, Water, and Wisdom, and this is another Motorcycle Musings as I make my way from North Carolina to Colorado, and we are in some hotel room in Wichita, Kansas. And I have a little slogan on my desk. It's a little wooden slogan that says, "We can do hard things," and that has meant many different things to me over the years. Yesterday, that meant being on a motorcycle in the hottest heat I've ever been in, not even on a motorcycle. It was 104 to 107 degrees in Kansas on a prairie with nowhere to go. Like there was no hotels to stop at. And when a truck stop emerged out of the horizon, you would have thought it was a Nordstrom store. I was so happy. Like I was just really scared to be honest. It's really high heat. My husband and I are not kids, and I was worried about heat stroke and getting sick and just being stupid. But we did it, and we did it as a team, and we kept checking in with each other, and we stopped every 30 miles and drank a bottle of water and got out of the heat, and we made it. And I did hard things yesterday, and I wanted to be smart about it, but I also knew it was an endurance thing. So it makes me think back to self-improvement. And one of the things I think about is the two S words that I've worked on: shame and self-worth. Now, shame, I think I've made a lot of progress on, and I'm going to give credit where credit's due. These are two books you can buy yourself. Brene Brown, I think it's The Gifts of Imperfection. It was one of her very first books, saved my life. Honestly, it saved me from the shame of divorce. It saved me from addictive behavior, all the shame that goes around all those things. I was really able to break through a lot of that from reading that it's not good to carry shame around. So that was one thing that I read. The other book is not a self-help book. It is the book Wild by Cheryl Strayed. When she takes this journey hiking, and she's never talked about doing, we can do our things. She's never been a hiker. She puts herself on this grueling hike, and she heals herself, essentially. And there were some paragraphs in there that I highlighted and underlined before I was even a highlighter or underliner. Like, they were so profound to me. Like, I felt like I was not alone. There are other women in this world dealing with these issues. The other S is self-worth. That would be an ongoing one. So for me, most of my self-worth came from work. And if I do a good job, I get praise. And that's really hard when you're always constantly seeking out to get self-worth, when you're looking for you're looking out. And I was looking for how many Google reviews I can get, that people like me. I can even get like that on my Airbnb. I mean, what do you mean you don't like my place? You know, always goes back to love me, see me, want me. But there's a lot of areas there that I continually work on. And I even bring Feng Shui into that when I always talk about the relationship gua. You need to love yourself. You need to have good self-worth before you really can give fully to another person. I probably will say that ad nauseum, but it is so true. I have worked on my self-worth a lot, and the easiest way I can say right now is I literally stopped my grinding career, and I no longer get that outward recognition all the time from selling real estate. And now I am on another journey to help people look into their own lives and how they can improve it, which is far more rewarding right now for me, and it also heals me at the same time. So one thing I did, or I had a coach teach me to do this, that helped me a lot. It was fairly simple, is that, and I would ask that you probably ask somebody else to help you do this, to think of 5 adjectives that describe yourself. So I had like 5, easy. But my coach then gave me about 20 more. So other people will always see us differently than we see ourselves. So I had probably like 25 words great words, strong words to describe myself. And I wrote them all along my full-length mirror. They were there for 2 years. When I sold my house, that mirror still had all those words still on it. And every morning when I got dressed, it was like my little own affirmation and mantra. Super easy to do. I would ask other people to give you words that describe you, because sometimes we don't see ourselves that way. And this morning, I got up and pulled a card. Somehow my husband let me take one tarot deck on our bike. This is one of my favorite tarot decks. It's the Wanderer's Tarot, only because it's short and sweet. I don't have a lot of time in the mornings. I have to get up, go, as it is. I have to get off this video in a minute. But I asked for a card this morning for a message for myself and for everyone I was going to be chatting to in social media. And I got the Hermit. And I love this deck because it has different meanings. I love that it has like his hand like protruding energy in my mind. That's what I see it as, energy outward. And the Hermit, so this is what I'll think about when I'm on the back of the motorcycle for another probably 10 hours today, is directed by truth and following your inner light. And you know, we all can do hard things, and following your inner light is a hard thing. Working through shame and self-worth is a hard thing. But what's on the other side of that hard thing is that you no longer look outward for approval, and you're no longer waiting for the other shoe to drop, that you really believe that you deserve the life you're building. I keep telling myself on the back of this motorcycle that all day long, like, I'm so grateful, I'm so happy, I deserve this. You know, I've spent a lot of time thinking I don't deserve these things, and yet when we do the work, we really can start to understand that, hey, this is my life. I only got one of them. I deserve this. You know, hell yeah. So I'm off to Lamar, Colorado. I've got 2 more days of riding till we get to Red Rocks and Amphitheater to see Tedeschi Trucks, which is my husband's favorite band, and this is his bucket list. Stay tuned for what my bucket list trip would be, because it would not be on the back of a motorcycle in searing heat. But we're doing this for him, and I do love to ride. And wish us luck today, because it's going to be hot. And have a great day.